Friends, hello. It is Thursday. We have one more day in this market and things have fallen. Here we go. Let's talk about what's going on here today. So a little bit of news that has happened here today that has kind of made its waves through the market. First off, Manhattan DA Bragg asked for delay to Trump's hush money, which shot up at the end of the day, shot up DWAC. It was good news for Trump, so the stock reacted to it, and it made people feel a little more comfortable with the Trump train situation in the stock there. Dogecoin going back up after Elon announced that yes, he is still going to try to make Doge a very successful, he didn't say those words exactly, but saying that he will, yes, implement it into Tesla's finances where you can buy, sell, trade, saying that, and that he's still with it and likes it. And would you believe it or not, inflation rates came out today, and who would have thunk it that they're bad? Even though the Biden administration keeps saying they are good and under control and everyone is very happy in America and nothing is that expensive. Eggs, milk, and everything's really cheap right now, so you should just be happy. But come to find out through data, that's a bunch of horror. I think any common person could have told you that. So friends, let's talk about some stocks. I hope everyone is well. I really do mean that. It is it's crazy right now in the market still. Obviously this was a bloodbath in the market today, and we're starting to see that more than not here and this is what people were wondering here is March and April going to bring some bad numbers here to the market, and maybe this is the start of it. Who knows? Maybe not. But we're going to talk about DWAC, we're going to talk about Rumble, and we're going to talk about Fubo. I will save that one for last because I don't know how many people are interested in Fubo, but I definitely am. So talking about DWAC first, obviously, I talked about it yesterday, so I don't want to go over too much here, but obviously the stock was having a little bit of a rough day. Just, I hate to even say rough because I really didn't think it was that rough, to be honest. So looking at this candlestick chart here, just to kind of like visualize what's going on here, today was just a day where it was playing around this $40, $39 high here, trying to touch a 38, made it a few seconds here, but then when this news came out today, we can see where just green was really developing and started to really build some shelves back into almost this $42 mark here with DWAC. So and still we are expecting the deal to go through, and the fact that this news came out today was positive that Trump's trial here is going to be pushed back and what they're trying to do there. So, and obviously, it's just like a complete bloodbath in news right now talking about Trump. So, it's funny too because we're seeing it happen. We're seeing this deal unfold here right in front of us with True Social, Digital World Acquisition finally coming together. And whether you're for it or against it, whatever, we're here as investors, whether you're betting for it or against it or have a play in it or a long-term play, whatever it be, that's great. But it looks like the deal is finally happening. It hasn't happened yet, so it is still a very sticky situation. But two, we're not seeing as many news articles talk about it, and of course the ones that are talking about it, they are doing everything they can to just just give the basics of what's going on, and obviously it's backed up with complete just things how True Social is going to fail and all this stuff, and it's a very risky investment. So I say that because it is still hard to find just a clear-cut article that is just saying like, hey, these are the bullet points, 1, 2, 3, this is what's happening with the stock, with the company, because it's always followed up with just like, obviously, this company, this analyst, whoever it is, they just hate Trump and they don't want this to work. And okay, whatever. So I say that just for a person wanting the actual physical news of what's going on here, but we know the deal will be solidified here going into next week, as far as we know. So other than that, I don't want to talk about it too much because I've already talked about it so much, but next week I think is when we're really going to obviously start to see a push here with what could happen in Digital World Acquisition. So good luck to everyone there, and know your selling points, know when you want to get out, like I said, I said this in the last video. Obviously, I think there's going to be a huge push in this. I don't know if it's going to be a triple digit number, but I do suspect it will probably go back into the 50s. Maybe even we'll see 60s. But after the deal is done, a day or so after, I expect the stock to come, finding a new zone where it's going to sit. It's going to crash, that's for sure. It's going to crash because people are going to be taking their money and they're going to be putting it elsewhere. And there's a lot of deals on the market right now. So I do think True Social, if it is actually going to happen, the deal, when it is on the market here, it will have a few little bull runs throughout the year, but the next big bull run with this stock, True Social, will more than likely in September, October, November. Obviously, more than likely October and November, because it's going to be a race against Biden and Trump. So with that, let's go right into Rumble. And I think most people know what has happened here in the past 24 hours. Obviously, the House has passed the bill to, block TikTok. This is a server issue / political issue. This is a political thing. China even came out today with a statement, an article saying that this will hurt the United States in the long run with what they're doing, and it will. I agree. This is a bad situation that is going on right now, because here's where I stand with it. I'm going to be careful what I say here, because obviously this is a platform where I need to be careful, but more than likely, and this is, I want Rumble, and Rumble announced that yes, they would take on the database of TikTok. The CEO came out and said that. But I don't really think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen, and this is why I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen because the people that bet for this deal to go through, to be passed in the House, for TikTok to be banned if they do not find some sort of, other alley to, for TikTok to be showed in the United States. Excuse me, I hit my camera here. But if TikTok doesn't find something, they're going to ban it. So there's multiple things that are going to happen here that have to make that happen. We're along, TikTok's not just going to turn off anytime soon. That's not going to happen. What you're not hearing right now is that these people that voted for this, they don't want TikTok to go away. They know TikTok is a huge business. They know TikTok makes millions and billions of dollars throughout the week. I mean, not only just TikTok ad revenue and everything they do on their platform, but there's also stores on TikTok. There's businesses that run off TikTok, which all feed into the economy. So you're talking about billions upon billions upon billions of dollars that TikTok brings in for our economy, which, obviously the economists, they all know this. But why are they doing this? What's the bigger picture here? Obviously, it's because they want their hand in TikTok. And what are most of these people inside the House, inside DC, that voted on this bill to be passed? Let's see. They have shares in Meta. They have shares in Alphabet. Or they have shares in some other companies that we're not hearing about. And now we have new people coming out of the woodwork saying, hey, I would like to buy TikTok. I want to buy it. So the news has died off today with the deal with Rumble. Now, it's not done by any means. Rumble is still in the race here to make something happen. It's kind of went silent. We don't really know where anything's at right now. There's probably more than likely what is happening. There is, minute-to-minute phone conversations at TikTok right now and other companies, and Rumble included, where everyone is trying to make a deal. Everyone's trying to do something here. And the other reason, backing up what I said here about, TikTok more than likely being working out a deal with Meta or Alphabet, is because Rumble is a free speech platform. Rumble is hated by those people that voted in that bill. Rumble is the enemy right now. That's just that is the God's honest truth about it. If you're on Rumble, you've seen Rumble. It's just what it is. And Rumble's, and I'm not talking bad about Rumble. I love Rumble. I love Rumble. I'm still investing in Rumble. I believe in Rumble in the long run. So either way, I'm fine. Whatever happens with this deal, if it happens, fantastic. If it doesn't, I'm still believing in Rumble. But I think you can't be naive to what's really going on here. This is a political thing. This has nothing to do with anything else. This is Uncle Sam wanting his hand in the cookie jar right now, and it is very obvious. Whether you're congressmen and congresswomen say it, this is absolutely what it is, because there's a lot of things going on inside the United States right now that they need to take care of, but they found it necessary to get this bill passed really fast with crazy amount of votes, and this is the first thing I think they've mostly all agreed on in 4 years, the House, the Senate, Democrats, and Republicans. I wonder why that is, because there's money involved that they can get their hands on. So, friends, like I said, Rumble, the actual physical company, the stock share, the stock of Rumble, the share price, I believe, will continue to go up. We've got quarterlies coming up here in days. So that's something to look forward to. We expect these quarterlies to be good. We do expect that. Whether this deal happens or not, I think Rumble's success into the future will be great. The only thing I see with this deal right now, if the deal does happen with TikTok where they work out some kind of deal, it will just highly progress the earnings for Rumble, obviously. It doesn't even mean that Rumble's going to grow. It doesn't mean that. It just means financially, Rumble's going to get a big cut for helping TikTok. There's going to be some kind of deal worked out, and for you as an investor, that's what you want, and it will probably make the rest of their quarterlies throughout this year pretty much guaranteed to be in the green. So that's that's going to shave off some years for you as an investor, with Rumble really moving up in a share price. We could see a 20 to 30% gain in Rumble here if this TikTok deal does happen. I guarantee it, just off FOMO of what could be. I guarantee that. I would be careful of panic selling with Rumble. I'd be careful with panic selling, because we don't know what's really going on here behind the guidelines, behind the scenes. So just keep that in mind. And like I said, quarterlies are coming out here very soon. So Rumble today fell to this. What did Rumble finally fall to? I looked at it here at the end of the day, but I think it went down even more. It went back up a little bit. Yeah, so it closed right under $8. So that's still very high for Rumble. Rumble's still high right now. If we would have saw $7 Monday, would have been like, okay, this is great, so we're still at a high number, I believe, right now. So I'm totally happy with where Rumble is, especially, I think the majority of people bought in very low. And if you bought in when this news came out, I imagine there's going to be another run here, because I don't think this news is done yet. I still think it's going to trickle in next week, and they're still running this bill. There's still stuff that's going to happen with this whole TikTok situation, so I wouldn't worry just yet. And quarterlies are coming out, so Rumble's probably going to run back up into this 8 mid zone here very soon. It would have to. It would have to. All right, friends. So Fubo. Fubo is one of those stocks that I have made videos on where I've told people, like, hey, this could be the stock that could really change people's life. There are a lot of big people putting in lots of big money into the stock right now, because few big things. These guys are killing it in quarterlies right now. They are killing it. They are paying off debt. By next year, we expect it to be debt-free and cash positive. So the other thing too is that, if we do see, when we see, a bull run in the market here, maybe at the end of the year or going into next year, small cap stocks will more than likely reign as kings at that moment. So as long as Fubo here can stay above $1, and we don't talk about a reverse split, or they talk about a reverse split, which there's no way this thing should go under $1. It's just... there's no way. Now, it is doing what I suspected it would do, and I said this 4 weeks ago. It's on record that Fubo will take more damage, and I said it will probably go down to 140, 150, and that's what it's doing, this mid zone. If we can make at least 2 more months here, we're going to be going into the quarterlies of this year, 2024 here, the first quarterly, which will have Super Bowl numbers on it. And so we expect it to be another big quarterly, big quarterly. But also, too, the thing that is going on in the background right now that is holding this stock down, that I believe 100% is this lawsuit with Disney. Obviously, I don't want to go over too much because I've already talked about it. I think people know about it. But obviously, Disney right now, they came out and said they're going to make a platform. Obviously, they own Fox and all this. And they're going to make a sports channel where it's affordable to everyone. And it's going to be, essentially, in so many words, a monopoly. And, then Fubo said, no, you can't do that. And now we have a lawsuit at hand. So the problem with that is that I don't like is that they're going up against a huge monster, which is Disney. And Disney has a lot of money. They have money to spend. They have time to wait. And they know this. So there's no real estimated time of when this can wrap up or what's going to happen. The only thing that Fubo has going for it right now is that it's killing it in quarterlies, and they keep growing in number count with subscribers, and they are progressing in where they're going and with packages and channels and all that stuff they provide to customers. So it should work on paper. This is a stock with numbers, with where they're going. It should work, but it's just incredibly cheap right now, and it keeps going down. It keeps taking a beating. I hope this is the low point we have found for it. But like I said, I would not be surprised to see it even go to 140. I'm going to be honest, I bought more shares today. I am buying more shares actively. I am betting that this is going to work. I am betting that the stock is going to have a huge turnaround whenever we see the market really snap back, or the lawsuit comes to an end. There's some kind of agreement and Fubo comes out, maybe not the victor, but just where there's an agreement to maybe even Disney can't do what they want to do, or they just go back to the drawing board, and it kind of pushes off the pressure of Fubo and people being worried about Disney pulling this off with this huge thing they're trying to do. And I don't think they're going to, what Disney's trying to do right now, I don't think they're going to be able to. That's the thing. The problem is just how long can they bleed out Fubo to really scare people here. So it's a huge risk in the sense that you're going to have your money wrapped up here quite a while. And that's what's happening. I've got money wrapped up in it. A lot of people got money wrapped up in it. But if we do see a bull run here within the next 6 months to a year, small cap stocks will more than likely take a huge push off of that, and we could see Fubo really turn around here and see some really big numbers. So if you're able to keep buying up shares at this small price, look at Rolls-Royce. Look at Rolls-Royce. I talked about Rolls-Royce for 2 years. I talked about that stock for 2 years. I took heat on that stock for 2 years. I told people, I said, hey, this thing is doing all the right stuff. This company is putting the money where it's supposed to go. They're bringing back programs. They're hiring people. Their quarterlies are coming back. They're getting more cash on hand from being destroyed in the pandemic. And I said that for 2 years. You can go look. You will find videos of me saying that 2, maybe even 3, whenever. Oh God, it's probably been like 3-4 years now. God, how long have I been doing this? But when they went down with COVID, I was saying, like, look, they're coming back. And that when that stock was like 88 cents, now it's at $5. Imagine buying a stock at 88 cents and you had like a year and a half to buy it at that price. From 88 cents to like $1.50. It was even cheaper than that most of the time. To now. So I mean, and of course, people were like, nah, it's never coming back. It's like, what are you talking about? And of course, now with all this stuff with Boeing, it's really coming back. But there's just times in the market where you have to take chances. And yeah, Fubo right now is a huge risk. It's a huge chance. It is. But it's if it works, it will be huge. It will be huge. There's no reason that in the near future this shouldn't be a $5 to $10 stock here, even potentially by this time next year if everything goes the way it should. There are not really any other stocks that I can find on the market right now that are this cheap, that have had so many row after row good quarterlies and are building up stockpiles of money to where this time next year they should be free from debt and have cash in the bank. So that is very exciting for a long-term investor in a play. That's what you want to see. So friends, I'm going to shut up now. Let me know what you think about everything. I'm very excited. There's some deals out there. It's probably going to be more of a bloodbath here. Going to be completely honest with you. So I don't know, friends. Let me know what you think. Tomorrow's Friday. Elon's shooting rockets into space, and they're coming back down safely. So we're probably going to Mars soon. I don't know. Who's buying crypto? It's crazy out there. Buy all the Dogecoin you can. Friends, take care. Bye-bye.